Don,
Yes, I'm
you
here.
have to put on your video.
I do. Why would I want to do that? I'm working on it. I'm still working on it. Give me a sec. It won't let me back into Zoom. Let's see. There we go. Hi, folks. We're having some technical difficulties. Cockatoo live, cockatoos with attitude and technical problems. Where are you going, Lorelei? Uh-oh, we lost somebody. Okay. Still trying to get this thing fixed here. There we go. Yeah, we had a little speed problem.
I should be in spotlight, so everything's all right now, I think.
Should be, yeah. Hey, guys. Hey, Cause, you want to say something? Say hi, cockatoo. Hi, cockatoo. Hey, don't eat my shoes. Lorelei, just because Cecil is not out here doesn't mean you get to eat my shoes, okay? Yeah, you agree with that? Do you? You agree with that, little girl? Yeah, and then in the process of trying to get us online and get the speed up, I get a phone call from the realtor, and she's setting up all the inspections that need to be done. These people are pretty good. She's paying for it out of her own pocket, and I'm going to pay her back. So the home inspector I have to pay by credit card, but she's doing everything else. So these are good people. Let's hope we can get out there. You just have to. We won't know anything about that or have even a real inkling until tomorrow. So, and even then, it'll just be like potential until everything's gets presented to the lender. So. I don't know. What do you have to say, Lorelei? Lorelei on the ground. You hiding down there, Lorelei? What are you doing? We got Lorelei, and we have Lucy, and Salamander, Sugarbird, Romeo in his little hideaway up there, and Causey. And the Jazzbird. She's been a little nippy today, but hey. What you doing down there? Shivering. Yes, I know it's cold. You see her shiver. It's not too cold for them, but it is cold. So I'm keeping Lucy on me to keep her chest warm.
So we have some people in the chat, and everyone is wishing a happy new year. So of course, a happy new year to all of you guys. We have Eliza Wins, Michelle Thompson, Barbara Buckman, and Falconsu in the chat. So,
Hi.
welcome.
Hi, everybody.
Good to have you. Hope you all reached the new year. Good.
I hope your New Year's didn't start like mine. I sleep on the floor right now, right? So I had put my glasses under this chair that's right next to where I throw my little, I have a Japanese, what do they call the, something Bhutan. I can't remember. It's not a futon, it's a Bhutan. But anyway, my glasses, I tossed them in there. Well, they somehow skidded all the way to the back and I couldn't find my glasses for a while and I'm nearly blind without them. So that's how that happened right around New Year's as it came through here. Come here. Stop with my shoes. You little pest. You're getting too much like your boyfriend. Like Cecil. Cecil's had it out.
GTH is in the chat and says also a happy new year to you as all.
Happy New Year. Unless, of course, you're on a lunar solar calendar and then it really isn't the new year yet. But I always wondered about that. Why do we have New Year, 3 weeks into winter? That seems kind of stupid. I think New Year should be like the beginning day of spring. Doesn't that make more sense? I think they're just trying to throw us a bone in the middle of the cold, right? Some cold bones. What do you think? What do you think, little girl? You're supposed to sit on my chest so that that little section on your chest, which doesn't have any feathers, doesn't get too cold. Oh, don't start vibrating now. No vibrating. Ah. And then we have Peppa with her egg production routine. Got to get her into another cage, which means we got to move. So if for some reason this doesn't go through, the plan is to try to get a rental and see if I can get the real estate agent and a friend I have out there to find a rental for us to stay out there until we can finally get a house. Because I'm determined to get out of California. I've been here my whole life except for 4 months, and I really want to make it out of California. It's too expensive to live here. So, and every time you turn around, they're finding another way to put a tax on you. So, right, Lorelai? She goes, I don't know about those taxes. I know you got something in your pocket says that I want, though. She wants my little hand warmer. Don't you? Don't you?
So a beautiful life is now here, and let's see, Gabriela Paulinho is here, and Happy New Year to you both. Good to have you.
Happy New Year. I wonder if the wildebeests say that. That would still be said the same way. Happy New Year. Spelled differently, but I know that's a kind of a
do
weird.
You spell differently?
A wildebeest is also called a GNU. It's pronounced new.
Ah.
So a happy wildebeest year would be a happy new year. You can see I'm just dying to know what's going on with the house, but we're still in the holiday penumbra. So
I know the last week was certainly not the best for such a thing, because everyone is basically with its family or somewhere else and not available for information. Oh, is that Snowball or is that Jazzy Jazzbird?
That's Jazzy Jazzbird doing the high flight routine here, doing the Skywalker routine.
Oh, silly Jazzy.
She could be truly silly if she is holding on to that thing and she actually breaks it apart. I'm not sure where she is going to go. Be careful.
So I think you have to give another quick update. A Beautiful Life is asking, so what's happening?
Yeah, well, not much. Since just before the holiday, everything slowed down. But what we're doing now is waiting to get an answer on whether the loan package is ready to be submitted and what the thoughts are on it, whether it's going to work or whether we're going to have to try another loan company. We'll stay with the same agent, but we might have to try a different loan company if it doesn't go through. If for some reason the loan doesn't go through or we can't get a loan, then we're going to try to find a place in Pahrump, Nevada or in the surrounding area and get the real estate agent and the one who's running a rescue there to see if they can help find us a rental to be at until we can finally get a loan. So that's where we're standing right now. And of course, I'm on pins and needles. So, but there's nothing I can do today. I mean, there's nothing going on. So there's people still taking this as a holiday. Although Jazz does not look like she's taking it as a holiday. She's working pretty hard.
Oh, look at her. And then we have a little discussion about calendars. Lisa says that she thinks it's the Julian calendar. And Falcon says that my calendar, GTH said my calendar is flat. And Falcon also said her calendar is flat too.
Well, my favorite calendar is just the basic lunar solar calendar, where you follow the sun, the solstices and the equinoxes. That's how you figure out the time of year. And then you use the moon to break up the months. Of course, that you end up with 13 moons usually in most years. So, well, the 13th moon we call a blue moon, but that's all going back to Pope Gregory. And frankly, I really don't want to base my life on a calendar created back then that's more about getting you to work on time than it is about the real world. The real world, we're looking at, where the position of the sun makes a lot of difference during the year, whether it's warm or cold and the moon, it's a good timing device. You can look up, you can actually tell time by the moon. I took astronomy in college, and they taught us to tell time by the moon. So.
Yeah, Lisa joined us. She says she just got home from the vet. I hope everything is okay, Lisa. Were you with Rico at the vet? And A Beautiful Life says she's sending lots of positive energy for a good loan to go through. So thank you very much. Oh, and Lisa says it was only a Dremel nail trim, lol. I keep my blue nose, Pitbull perfect. Excellent. Oh, I'm happy there's nothing wrong with Rico. Good to hear. Yeah, Falcon suggests that Stonehenge is a good calendar.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of based on the same thing. That's based on solar position.
Oh, and it isn't Lisa's parrot. It's her dog she was at the vet with. Okay, but I'm also okay, cool with it that your dog is okay. So that's nice.
Well, apparently Cecil's been hanging out with the dogs, at least according to that one Amazon Pets video.
Oh yeah, Cecil is a superstar. So Amazon Pets got a video from Cecil Cockatoo and put it in one of their New Year's Eve clips. So if you haven't watched it, I think Don has somewhere posted a link on our communities in our community section. And there's a short Cecil dance clip, Cecil dancing into the new year. And Cecil, so much popularity now. Oh my.
He's just torturing me. I have to hang a towel in front of his cage because he's too close to Bob. Bob's in way too small a cage right now, but he won't even let me change his food and water. Otherwise, I have to tear the whole table down and restructure and Bob can't get his food to the end, and then Bob starts screaming. It's a lot of fun. And Cecil will not leave me alone. If I'm anywhere near his cage, he grabs my clothing and tries to chew it up. I think he's had it with being here. I think he's done. He wants out. Let's go.
Yeah, he says he's now a superstar and wants to have a house at the hills.
Yep. But we do have some movement, and we're getting the real estate agent is getting it all together, so we'll have all the inspections done. All that's got to be done. But if the loan doesn't come through, the inspections will just be, well, they could go for another loan. So we just keep trying. I'm not gonna stop, but I'm also gonna, if we need to, because we need to get out of here. So if we need to, we will rent something over there until we find something and we get a loan approved.
Yeah, it also has advantages to be already there, so you can check and prove the house before actually buying one. So otherwise, if you're here in California, someone else had to check it for you. But on the other side, it also would be cool to have just one move.
Stop it.
But either way,
just cut a hole in my pants.
Somehow make it. We already set up so much now, and we learn from with every step we go.
Stop it. Sorry. She's cutting holes in my clothing.
Of course, we still have some secret weapons. We could send Babalu to the loan company and say we will take him if they give us the loan.
That would work. They wouldn't have any keys left on their keyboards. But no, Lorelei, that's enough. No cutting any more holes in my clothing, please. Come on. She should have been born a moth because she just chews your clothing up. It's 2 holes you cut in my pants, you toad. Spend all night sewing my clothing back together.
So far, we just have for a little bit, yeah, warmer weather for Dawn, so he doesn't need to wear his hoodie, and he doesn't get, the birds don't like Dawn wearing any hat or hoodie, especially not the salamander.
I would show you what he does, but I'm not. But then he won't give it up. He'll be like behind me trying to get my head. But the second the hoodie goes up, his eyes turn into these big red balls of fire. He looks like Sauron, you know, and that the temple of Sauron. And after that, he just comes up and just harasses me the whole time. You quit vibrating down there, and you quit eating my clothing. Up here, get up here where you're warm. You stop with eating my clothing. Big silly.
I think Eliza wants to know if you know how to sew.
Yes, I do. Yeah, I have.
He thinks it's something you need to know when you have cockatoos.
Something you should know anyway. Nope. These days, nobody. You know, you talk about darning socks, people look at you like, "What? You just buy more?" No, not at the price of socks today. You don't. You sew them up. You get a hole in your socks, you darn your socks. It's just. But it's such a society of throwing things away. You know, it's like, well.
And GTH means there are a lot of other talents needed, like surgeon, welder, electrician.
Yes, that's true. Oh, you look still over my head there, Carol. Yeah,
oh yeah, mighty sugar. Oh, and Spirit Matters here. Hello, Spirit. Happy New Year, and Happy New Year to everyone. Look at that sugar bird.
Sugar bird. Oh, she was having a fit this morning. She knocked her wet food bowl down, trying to climb out of the cage. She wanted out, and it's getting close to noon, and she was not going to take this. We're going out.
Oh no, Sugar, what has happened?
It was
Did they raise the prices in McDonald's for fries? How could they dare? And Kira is here, so Happy New Year to you, Kira.
What are you doing? What are you doing? Yeah, I got to warm my hand up again. I know, but I got to warm my hand again. It's not too cold for them out here, but it's cold enough, that's for sure. Fortunately, the wind hasn't kicked up yet. There's a little bit of wind, but yesterday the wind was just killing me. Oh, it's not the end of the world. Hold on, let me warm my hand up. Let me put my hand warmer on 120 degrees, okay? Oh, such a sad bird. Such a sad girl.
Yeah, some whining into the new year. Shuggy? It's just a second, but it's a good day to whine. So, it's January, time for Hüttengaudi.
Hi, babe. Hi, babe.
Kira writes in chat that she gives some of her clothes and so she doesn't wear anymore for the cockatoos to chew on. That's a good idea.
Lorelei, yeah, Lorelai's she's the big moth. And you think she's just down there moving her beak, then you look and she's actually tearing a hole in your clothing. I know what you want, but you have to
Yeah, I
wait till
think Lorelai could also start a business by coming into people's home who say, oh no, I have so much clothes and I have far too much. So which one shall I keep and which not? And she would go, oh yeah, let me choose them. And afterwards she would have a completely empty cupboard. All problems solved.
That's the Lorelai. She's a laurel fly, but she should be a laurel moth, shouldn't you? I don't want you chewing up my clothing. I do not want to spend the night fixing my clothes.
Sugar looks absolutely adorable. Miss Cotton Candy.
Lorelai, stop. You big pest. Jasmine, why don't you get over here? Let her preen you for a while. Get her mind off chewing my clothes. It's not so bad when I have two hands to work with, but right now I have one hand kind of taken up. Lorelai, you see yourself? That's the Lorelai. See the Lorelai? No, we're not chewing the clothes. No. You big silly girl.
Mm-hmm. Look at that brownish eyes. And there's the Liz goose. Today she's sitting right.
Yeah, she's staying warm right now. As warm as. Nope, we're not vibrating. We're not.
Would she wear some of the hoodies which are made for parrots?
I don't think so. I tried before and she tore it right off, but try again, I guess. She was pretty adamant that she wasn't going to wear it. But you get that way, don't you, little girl? My way or the highway. Everybody else is pretty calm until I get Cecil out here. See, Bob's been pretty calm lately, other than tearing up that temporary cage he's in. I've got to fix another spot where he's been ripping the wires apart. Before he hurts himself. He can't right now, but if he keeps pulling at it, he will.
Oh, Amanda, cutie. Are you going to spin again? Yesterday he was spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning around.
Yeah, it seems to be a species-specific behavior for the males. They tend to do that. Right? Well, that wasn't enough petting. That wasn't enough. You want more? Such a good boy. Such a good bird. What? What? What?
Oh, Lucy. And there's the graveyard of toys, broken toys.
Yeah, he's great at. He plays with them for maybe half an hour at the most, and then he starts the process of tearing them apart. The other ones are supposed to be here. I got 3 more coming today, but trying to limit how much I purchase because I don't want to, less to transport. So, but the graveyard will be bigger, I'm sure, fast. And that silly Pippa keeps laying eggs. I'm just,
Oh yeah, poor Pip.
we have to get her back in her regular cage.
So hello, Doris.
Where are you going, Mander? What are you doing? Get your head out of there. Lorelai.
Mander. He's a cute boy.
A pretty bird? A pretty bird.
Oh, we have a pretty bird.
Get out of there. Laura, she keeps sticking her head in there, and that's where the heater is, and don't want her chewing on a lithium-ion battery. She hasn't got to it yet, but she keeps trying to. It's either chew the clothes or try to get to the battery. Right, Lorelai? Right, Lorelai's? Lorelai's.
The Lorelai.
The Lorelai.
And we have Michelle Winfield in the chat. Hello and welcome. Cozy. Many viewers today. Is the Bobbaloo somewhere? No, wait, when Cozy's out, there's no Bobbaloo.
No, Bob's not out yet. I didn't even get these guys out until 11:30 our time here because the temperature was until it got out of the 40s in Fahrenheit. So just a little. I don't like to bring them out when it's lower than 55 if I can avoid it, but I had to bring them out today at 51. So it's actually 55 out here right now if you don't count the wind chill factor. The winds are picking up again. I hear you up there. Are you going to do your spinning thing?
So A Beautiful Life is saying, thank you, Don, for your tireless work in caring for these beautiful cockatoos. A new home will be so good for you guys. Many parrot emojis. Thank you. Oh, Moluccans.
One way or another, we're going to find a new home.
At Lisa's place, it's 31 degrees. I guess Fahrenheit.
So that's 0 degrees centigrade.
And GTH says, I think Salamander has perked up since his raffle performance. Yeah, that can be. Amanda, does that give you some push? Do you like to do some bingo? We really need to work on a bingo, right?
Yeah, that would be fun. I've thought about it. It's been nuts. I wanted to do a retrospective for the last year and couldn't get to it with all the stuff going on. Even
yeah,
with
of
the
course,
holiday.
the new home goes first, but whenever we have time, we try to fit in some fun things. And I think Menda's really keen on that. He says, oh yeah, he likes fun things.
If we get this new place, which we're hoping to get the loan on, then there'll be room to put up extra cameras and do like we used to do, where I could do multicams and you can see the birds flying around and all that. But because you have to be inside some of the time, and that way they can be outside some and then inside in that room. But it all depends on that.
Mm.
I've only got one other old camera that needs a new battery. It's an iPhone 6S. I need to get another couple of phones, but that's down the line. And phones, because it's just easier to do video when you're using iPhones, honestly. So, they don't have to be the current generation, just something that'll do 4K. Right, Mander? Yeah, it's fun doing multicam edits where you've got birds flying around and you have to figure out exactly when to switch the cameras so it looks right. I think I've got that down, but I haven't had to do it in a while. Because it wasn't really, you weren't really able to do it there at the at Hill House, the old place, at the end there. Hey, quit sticking your head in there. No, you can't have that. Lorelai, you big pest. There's the beak. There's the beak. There's the beak.
Cutie boys. Look at all those cutie boys. Yeah, they all need another room where you can put the big cages. So they have the big day cages again, and a room where the night cages are, and the indoor socialization room. And of course, the outside aviary. And maybe we can arrange it that way that you have a walkthrough so the birds can't get loose.
Yeah, and this place that we're looking at, where we put an offer on, we have a room for our supplies. We'd have a room for toy making and that kind of thing, and a room for other uses, as well as we could turn it into quarantine if we needed to. Some bird gets sick, we can do quarantine. Here, there's no way to quarantine. So when Lorelai got that slight E. coli infection, it wasn't one of the worst ones. It was just a minor E. coli infection, but it spread around. So I had all these birds with problems with their poop, and it's all over now. I mean, that's gone. But if we'd had a quarantine room, I could have quarantined her off when I saw the problem, but can't do that here. So, and no volunteers either. We can't have volunteers here because we don't want to publish the address of the place. So I guess in technical terms, you could say it sucks. These birds, they need, there are certain things they need. And I mean, they're getting the bare minimum now. There's so much more that I want to give them. I mean, they get good food, they get out, they get socialization, but not enough. Everything's just borderline. So. Lorelai, get your head out of my pocket. Stop that. Get out of there. That's where the heater is. I don't want you messing with that, especially with your beak. With her beak moving all the time, that's all I need is her chewing on that. I cannot get this thing to switch. There we go. Lorelai. Come on. Oh, now you're going to stop moving your beak just so you can prove me wrong. That little beak just goes and goes and goes and goes. I'm not going to move it now. See how you are. Anything to prove me wrong, right, Lorelai? Right, Lorelai?
Oh, Barbara is writing something in chat. Let's see about a message from her, but I fear it really hasn't shown up because when I scroll back, I don't see any. It's about sending Don some clothes through my church. I didn't see it. I only saw the one asking his sneaker size. Let me know sizes and where to ship them. Oh, that would be nice. I think the best is I think we have the snail mail address on our website, but I think the best is to contact Don via email. I can look that up.
Yeah, you can contact me by email and I can get you the direct address. So
that would be super sweet. So Don, what's your shoe size, your sneaker size?
10.
All right. So you don't have numbers over there?
It's a size 10. Yeah, that's a number.
Oh, 10. I understood M.
Oh no.
Like medium. Sorry. But that would be really nice.
Sugar, are you crying?
Let me see. I look it up. Do you have the link tree? Because actually, most important links are on the link tree, but I can look up if I find on the website the. I think the email is forwarded on at clarysanctuary.org, right?
That's it.
I posted for once in the chat. Oh, and Eleanor is here. Hello, Eleanor. Good to see you.
Hi, Eleanor. Hey, you. What are you doing, Lucy? You're supposed to be where you can keep your chest cool warm. Come here. Come here. Come up here and keep your chest warm. There you
go. Barbara, you're funny. I don't know if Don wants to tell via live stream what his clothing sizes are. Do you?
Fine. No, I'm a large will work. I mean, medium fits, but a large is better. So, because when I'm dealing with birds, it's better to have something a little baggy on me.
And I overlooked one who joined. It's Aditya, who joined our chat. So hello and welcome and Happy New Year to you. She wishes Happy New Year to you, Don, and the flock.
No, thank you. Yeah, my waist size is 34, so.
So let's see, now it's really going on in the chat. Need to see that I come with reading. So if I overlook something, just complain. Oh, Barbara says you deserve some things for yourself, Don, because you give all to the birds.
Yeah, right now they're what matters the most. But. Right, Laura?
Oh, and CTH has the question if germ pool is a concern. If you work for another avian care facility, would it increase the risk of bringing something unwanted home to the flock?
Yep, that it would, yes. Believe me, I've thought about that. That's one of the reasons I don't want to do it, especially since they have 900 birds, the one I'm thinking about, so.
Okay, I think I have. Oh, Aditya says she thinks she saw Sal. That might be Salamander is around Don. I think at the moment, Sugary Bird is sitting behind him. But Salamander is definitely running around somewhere. And Don Winter is here. He says hello and greetings from Sweden. Winter like the season.
Hello. Salamander's hiding back there. What are you doing back there, Sal? Salamander, mander, salamander. Yeah, I see you looking at me. I see that. Yeah, they don't have to look at you directly to actually, see you. They can see you from any angle, but when you call them, they tend to look right at you, right? Cause
Oh, and Winter writes, let's see. It's wonderful to see all the birds looking healthy. It's 2 hours before midnight here. Me and my flock donated some money today, so thank you very much, Winter. That's much appreciated.
Yes, thank you very much. Yeah, much needed right now too. Let me tell you. Get all these things figured out.
Yeah, I think Winter, we are in the same time zone. I'm here from Germany, therefore just moderating it. So Don is 9 hours behind me, right?
I'm a little behind everybody, I think.
I don't think so.
Okay, Lorelai, you have to let me use my other hand now because I got to warm that one up.
Most of the time, Sugar is behind you, so.
Jazzy's preening. Oh, she's
and
behind
Cozy
me.
looking cute.
Jazzy Jazzbird, what are you doing? Yeah, she's just doing normal preening, but that's the spot where she usually would pull out her feathers and cut her chest. She's just preening normally right now. Yeah, you have to keep your eyes on it all the time. You never know when they're going to need a little bit more medicine or a little change in their environment. And she's stuck in the middle of the room, so she's, she likes being in her cage and she likes being with the other birds, but the middle of the room isn't the best place for her. So. They like a wall, at least one wall behind them, for a sense of security.
Eleanor wants to know if Lorelai and Cozy are getting along today.
They're not fighting, although they're looking at each other now, which isn't a good thing. Don't look at her. Let's not start anything. Yeah, they're getting along better. I've been working on it for a while now. Usually Cos will sit up on my shoulder, but he isn't doing that right now. Romeo, you big silly. That was a Romeo call. That's when he's calling somebody. He does that.
So Eliza says they are such sneaky little critters. Yeah, some of them are really super sneaky, like Babaloo. And let's see. Aditya says Cecil must still be busy with toys. He is Mr. Forging. Yeah, at the moment Cecil is inside, but there you can still see on the ground his little graveyard of toys. Yeah. And I think he will continue as soon as possible. And then Winter says how it's going with the new home. I think I saw something about you guys having to move.
Yeah, we do. Right now we're just waiting for, they're going to do the home inspection and they're going to inspect the well and inspect the foundation and all that stuff over the next few days. And then after all the inspections are done, we'll find out, if this loan goes through, fine. If it doesn't, we have to try another lender. And then we'll try that. We'll do what we can there. And if that doesn't work out, then we're going to just have the locals, friends we have there now, friends there. It's amazing how quickly that happens. See if they can find us a rental that we can be in until we can get a home. So one way or the other, we're moving to Pahrump, Nevada. That's the goal. It's the right temperature, the right people. We have people there that can help, and right away there's people there who can give them medicine if something happens to me, if I go to the hospital or something. It happens to everybody sooner or later. So that's where we stand. We're just waiting for everything to be right in the package that gets presented to the lender, and then we, they either say yay or nay, and then we go from there. We go to another lender and try, and maybe up to 3 lenders. And if that doesn't happen, then we're just going to pack up and move to a rental out there. So I have heard there's some scuttlebutt that somebody had some birds out there that did a bunch of damage to a rental. So they don't like renting to people with birds, but we'll find a way around that.
Yeah, actually, they have so much video material where they can see how you were housing the last 10 years. Yeah, I think you started videos way before, but on a regular basis, you started, I think, 2014. So they have basically now video material over, 8 and 9 years. So they can look at what it would mean. You have to be in there. So you are cleaning all day, basically, and keeping the birds in their range. So
and the damage these guys do, if you work it right, is pretty minimal. I mean, doors don't cost.
Yeah, that's the thing. If you give them enough toys and enough things to do, then they are not really interested in damaging the house. It's just like if you gave them nothing to do, then it's like, then they look for other toys.
Yeah, and that part can get pretty bad. Babaloo wasn't given any toys at that animal hospital that he was at. So what did he do? He learned to play with his own dried poop. So
yeah, that's so sad.
This is what happens when people give them Christmas ornaments, which is the term we have for toys that you can't destroy. It's just decorative. It doesn't serve a purpose. They got to be able to destroy them. That's usually not a problem for Cecil, though. He can destroy anything, but he's got the gift. We're going to stay a little bit longer today because we had trouble with the internet. So,
yeah, we were, I think, about 10 minutes late.
Yeah, obviously, I'm really excited. I mean, we're going to move one way or the other. So I'm really excited about that. But I just hope that the first loan goes through. But sometimes you have to try more than one lender. So. And you're not talking with people, you're dealing with a computer algorithm. I have people presenting this stuff, but it's a computer algorithm that makes the choice. So
yeah.
Hey, that's my ear. That's my ear. That's my ear. You don't want to eat my ear.
We have a question about parrot behavior to you, Don,
Okay.
from Aditya. Is it possible that if the cockatoos are allowed to be parent raised rather than human imprinting, most of the behavioral issues could be avoided?
We actually know the answer to that because I hear you, little girl up there. She's complaining that I'm petting Jasmine. So, and then would you leave my hey? Now Jasmine's trying to nibble my ear, so I'll pet her, and then I've got this one crying in my ear. So I think I go with the one that's going to nibble my ear first, gets petted. But I'm actually rewarding her for doing the wrong behavior. Not the best maneuver to do. If she nibbles at your ear, then you pet her. Well, she's going to nibble at your ear more. You're going to have to get off my shoulder now because you nibbled my ear, and I don't want to teach you to do more of that. So get up here. Okay. Yeah, they did a study up. It was not with cockatoos, but it was with parrots, and I can't remember what particular parrot. But what they did is they had a control group. Yeah, the control group was the group of parrots that was hand raised. Okay, because that's what they're doing here in the States. Then they had a group that was raised by their parents, but not handled by humans. And then they had another group that was raised by their parents, but handled 20 minutes a day, 5 days a week. The usual. People don't believe in a 7-day week. You got to have 2 days off. But they handled them for 20 minutes a day for 5 days of the week. The ones that were hand raised had all kinds of psychological problems. like they do normally in the world, our little world. The ones that were raised by their parents, but didn't have to deal with people, were shy of people, didn't really want to get too close. They weren't afraid of them, but they didn't really want to interact. And the ones that were handled for 20 minutes a day were perfectly fine being handled by people and getting along with them, but they could also raise their own families, which birds that are hand raised can't do. So the best way to raise them, if you're going to raise them in captivity, which I hope we stop doing at some point, but the best way to do it is to raise them in large aviaries. That doesn't mean some small cage. We're talking about a relatively large aviary with other birds of their own species and be raised by their parents, but still handled 20 minutes a day. That scenario worked out best. In that they didn't show the psychological problems. They weren't pulling their feathers or damaging themselves or showing stereotypic behaviors. And yet they could deal with people and raise their own young. So.
And we have someone new in chat, Karim, who wants to know, his problem is he has found a cockatoo and has it now for 8 months. And he says he has problems with connecting to the bird. So the bird comes over to him.
Which species of cockatoo? Is it an umbrella or a Moluccan?
It's here. So far, I can only read it's a cockatoo, so I can ask in chat.
Well, just in general, then the two techniques that work best to bring a bird out are come-bearing gifts and calm attention. So come-bearing gifts, you find out what, I've gone through this before, but the quick sketch is you lay out a bunch of different treats, the sunflower seeds, a bit of almonds, some cashew, that kind of thing. You just lay out a bunch of different treats and on a tray and have the bird pick what it wants. And that's what's going to be taken out of their diet then. And from there on out, if it's a sunflower seed, that's what you use to train, because you're trying to figure out what they like the best. Then with come-bearing gifts, you just come by their cage. This is called protected contact because they're on one side of the cage and you're on the other. Okay. I hear you there, Sal. And when you have the birds in protected contact, but you just walk up at irregular times during the day and hand that seed over. Okay, and at first you do it slowly, and then you build up speed until they're comfortable with it. Okay. Now, the other one, which is calm attention, you want to be in front of the bird. This can be in or out of the cage. If you're not, the bird's not sure of you, and it feels comfortable in its cage, you do it in the cage. Again, this is protected contact, protected for the bird and protected for you. You look at the bird for 1 second. Get their eye contact. Don't let them break eye contact. If they don't break eye contact for 1 second, you give them a treat. Don't give them too big a piece of a treat because then you won't be able to do this very long. Do it again. Do it again. Do maybe 5 to 10 times. Then come back the next day and do it again for 1 second. Then you want to build up to 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 4 seconds, 5 seconds. And you do this slowly. Don't do it. If they stop reacting or if they start looking around a lot, you've gone too fast. Use a watch or a clock with a second hand. You think you have a sense of time? Nothing compared to them. They can tell the difference between 7 and 5 seconds. So if you're stretching things out too long, they may get nervous and start acting up, which we call an extinction burst. Kind of like when you put money in the Coke machine and it doesn't come out, you start hitting the machine. So now you don't want to get this up to 30 seconds or a minute. And one of our former board directors was watching Jennifer Zelig do this with a sea lion and a couple of other animals. And he said, well, they all are paying attention. You know, he was watching her train them. They're all paying attention to him. That's how that's how she can do it, because they all pay attention. And I just laughed and I said, Brad, you haven't taken her course. She teaches them to pay attention. Okay. So calm attention and come bearing gifts are the two most important things you can do to get a bird to pay attention to you and to trust you.
Okie dokie. I recommended to Carl Karim that he should have a look at our YouTube channel playlists. There should be a playlist which is called Cockatoo Training Series, and there are also in the old Cockatoo episodes a lot of training videos with a lot of tips in it. So you might just go there and browse a little bit and look if you find something helpful for you. And he says he doesn't know what species it is. It's beautiful white and a little bit yellowish. And he thinks it looks similarly to the one showing on live. So I think might be, I don't know if it has a yellow crest or if it's an umbrella then. Umbrellas are like, yeah, what you can see now sitting on Don's lap. And later then Babaloo and Pippa come out. They are tritons, which belong to the sulfur crested. And then there is another comment from Aditya. She has read that since there is a fall in the number of captive breeding of Moluccans, there is a sudden increase in the number of wild-caught birds smuggled to US and Canada.
That's not good. It's not good at all. Well, Happy New Year, guys. We're going to call it quits. I'm gonna leave the camera on for a minute though, and you guys can watch me bring the other birds out. It's time for me to make the switch. So, Lorelai, you want to come with me? Come on, baby. Lucy, up here. Come on, Lorelai. All right. Gonna go dark for a second. I gotta put you in my pouch and get out the door. No sneaking, salamander. Okay, there we go.
So let's see what the birds are doing. Amanda is spinning. In the background of the aviary, you can see the Manda. Now Amanda's flapping. I think it's Sugar who's hanging next to the entrance door. Amanda's still flapping, and the Jasmine is pacing up and down. The other bird hanging there could be the Lucy Goosey. Amanda. Now the chassis is flapping and doing some chassis song. No, it was Cozy. So the one in the front corner now is Cozy, and behind you can see the Jasmine flapping. So Sugary Bird is pacing along a bit. Their pace is the Shuggy. And oh, I see a lazy bird. Oh, crest up from the lazy, yeah. You can see the marvelous belly from a lazy goosey. And I saw one comment from Eliza about her bird attacking her dad. So that could be some mating issues. So if the bird is mated to you or someone else, then sometimes it can happen that they attack another family member because they want to protect their mate from it. So Don talked often about that in formal live streams, and I think there might be also an episode, so I might look that up. Oh, hello, Jason. Yeah, that's our outside aviary. I think it was actually made as an indoor aviary, but in the region Don lives, you can have it fabulous outside because there is no humidity. Oh no, I see Moluccan trouble coming back there. Manda, run, run, Manda, run. No, wait, is really Sugar? No, it's just Sugar walking behind the Manda. Now he's spinning again. Oh, Manda, you're so silly. I think I've heard a bubbly. This is Miss Pippa. Usually he brings Pippa in first. Babaloo and Cecil, the bad boys, are usually the last one. At the moment, Cecil is Mr. Last One, I think. And there runs the Pip. Oh no, has someone annoyed the Pip? Pip, what are you doing there? Go away from the Moluccans. Good girl, Pip. Oh no, are there 3 Moluccans? Oh no, one is going good. And Manda's spinning. That's no bird. Yeah, poor Pippa is now a single mom of 5 eggs. At the moment, she's sitting on 3. Poor girl, mating season hit her hard. And Manda spins, and he, oh, Manda. Spin, 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 spin. So, and I think now Mr. Romeo is fleeing his corner. Manda spinning, Pippa has a nice preen. There's a Moluccan wandering around. I think that might be Jasmine behind the Pip. Yeah. Oh, I love you. That was Romeo. And there comes Mr. Babaloo, Babaloo, Babaloo. Designated good boy. Spin, spin, spin. Babalu hanging at the bars. And now, oh no, Sugar, are you having trouble with Mender? He's just spinning. Oh, Sugar. When she wants to go down the perch and Mender's sitting in the way, then he has to leave. Oh, my Shuggy. That's not nice. You're the auntie of him. At least he thinks that. You're Auntie Shuggy. Oh, come on, guys. Be nice. Spin, spin, spin. Manda is spinning.
Down. Okay, folks. Thanks for being here.
There's the Cecil. Bye-bye. Have a good time.
Bye. Thanks, Anna Marie.
Bye-bye.
Bye.